I am in the absolute deep wilderness of Alaska right now. This is wild in every sense. I can't even describe it. You kind of just have to come do it for yourself. I promise you it'll make for a rewarding trip. Just dropped off at the Teklanika River bridge. I think it's pretty windy today, which I wasn't really expecting. All in all, it's pretty nice, and I think I'll warm up here in a few minutes. Technically, there's no trails in this park at all. Following the river down, basically. So right now, it's 12:36 on Friday, July 15th, and I am starting a 5-day, 4-night backpacking trip here in Denali National Park in Alaska, and this is gonna be epic and one for the books. This is what I'm working with so far. You can kind of tell that there's a trail there. I bet it stops in a lot of different places and changes course. I would guess that a lot of animals take this route too, so definitely have to watch out. Wow, this is pretty insane. I bet this is the best the trail is gonna get, honestly. This is definitely gonna be a test, but I'm here for it. All right, well, the sun is briefly out, but it kind of looks like there's some more menacing clouds on the way, and I felt a few raindrops, so I went ahead and threw my pack cover on, partly because I haven't used it in a while, and I want to see how much it actually covers in my pack. This is so interesting navigating through this area. You can pick the wrong area, and the trail just kind of stops, and you gotta retrace your steps and find another little gravel bar to follow, or some footprints, or a trail. It's an amazing view behind me. The sky and the sun is showing the colors of the mountains and the greenery. And then ahead, there's some menacing clouds, so we'll see if we get rained on here in a little bit. Hey, bear. Hey, bear. It's a little bit sketchy walking in these forested areas that aren't wide open. It's tempting to just use the gravel bars like within the river. That probably means I'll have to cross it a few times. It won't be one continuous thing. Hey, bear. Oh. Wow. This is crazy. I definitely prefer walking near the river than in the brush there, but there's gonna be times where you gotta do that to avoid the water. It's windier out here, it's chillier, but it's more open and a lot less mosquitoes. That's a bear print if I've ever seen one. The storm, or even just some gray clouds, are moving a lot slower than I was expecting. I don't know, we'll see if I actually get rained on. I made it a solid few miles now. It's about 2:30, almost 3 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna stop right here, eat some lunch. I found this cool little spot, check this out. It's a landslide from all the way up this mountain. So you could tell like the mud and the snow and all the debris took out all the trees in this area. And it slid all the way down here. For lunch today, just the simple Ritz crackers and Walmart brand premium white chicken, lemon pepper. Well, this is Calico Creek. I made it to the creek and now I'm just trying to find a good spot to cross. fun. Hey! That took a little while, but some solid progress for today, and I'm set up to travel the rest of the river tomorrow. I'm planning to camp right here. The river is probably 150 yards away from here. There's smaller channels that are closer, but the actual river is closer to the other bank. I'm gonna set up on some of this spongy tundra material. Really nice for camping. If I haven't said it already, thank you so much for joining me. It's gonna be a trip of a lifetime, and it already is. It's absolutely breathtaking. Life is good. All right, good morning, day 2. Well, I might just keep these shoes on for a while and just keep crossing the river. Once again, I really just prefer this to bushwhacking. Well, that was a fail. I guess that's what happens when you underestimate a river. It looks a little bit more open to where I'm heading. I'm heading in between those mountains here. Feels so good. Well, I accidentally set up my tent with the door, the broad face of the tent, facing the wind. I don't know if it would be any different if one of the ends was facing the wind. I don't really feel like repositioning the tent. I think it'll be going a little crazy no matter what. I'm just hoping that the wind dies down a bit tonight. All right. Well, I've now been out there 3 different times to put all the stakes back in place. They all just come ripping right out of the mud here. So it's not holding up very well, but at the same time, I don't really feel like moving. I need to cook dinner and it's not gonna work out there. So I'm doing it in my tent. I know it's frowned upon, but I don't know what else to do. I could just have more crackers and stuff, but I need some real rice and real food. Luckily, I only need to boil water and make a rice, and it should last like 5 minutes or so. There's obviously plenty of airflow with the wind, so I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the smell. Hoping the tent holds up tonight, and no news is good news from me, so good night. Well, here's an update. It's about 6 a.m. right now. I probably got half an hour of sleep at most. I mean, I went out there to restake the tent like 4 or 5 times. The wind has been crazy. It's been blowing all over the place. Water's starting to drip in here, and it's basically soaked all my clothes. I thought it would let up at some point, but it doesn't look like it is. So I'm gonna try and pack up real quick and head out. All right, and we're off. Day 3, baby. For a second there, I thought the sun was trying to peek out a little bit. There's some blue sky ahead of me. There's some birds chirping, but it is raining still. Wind is at my back now, which is probably the best part about this whole thing. I'm really glad I came to this zone. I wanted something flat and following a river and relatively easy, so zone 6 is super nice for that. The Teklanika River is absolutely beautiful. The mountains surrounding it are just surreal. I mean, I'm looking down, hiking, and every 15 seconds or so I look up and I'm like, holy crap, I am in the absolute deep wilderness of Alaska right now. It's pretty hard to comprehend and wrap my brain around. I don't know if it's a bad sign that the river water doesn't feel that cold anymore. Maybe I'm used to it, or maybe my feet are just slowly going numb. I'm walking on this mud flat and I just stumbled across a bunch of bear tracks. It's pretty badass. It's a double-edged sword, right? You kind of want to see stuff, but at the same time, you want to be safe, and the safest thing is to not really run into anything. Well, I think this is the campsite for night 3. Some nice grass, soft ground. It's not really covered area, but there are a few more trees to block the wind, and it's away from being in the actual like riverbank area. Alright, just set up the tent really quick for the 3rd night. Let's get into some warm clothes and eat some food and pass out. It's been a good trip. I just want it to end alright and hoping for the best. Here's to another day in Denali. Holy shit. Well, on the way here, I was definitely walking on the ridge. And this time I wasn't on the ridge. So I either have to climb that or just walk through the water here. I can't tell how deep it gets, but I'm just gonna try. And if it gets too deep, then I'll turn around. There was no way I was gonna cross over to the other side, to the right side at this section. So I'm stuck on this side for a while, and this is pretty crazy. Very thick brush and a little scary, honestly. So I'm just gonna make a little noise and hopefully I can cross back over. Ways to express what's going on, translate them to my native tongue. Don't mind me, just keeping the bears away. Oh my gosh. Back to a usable gravel bar, maybe? This is wild in every sense. It's pretty surreal, and I can't even describe it. You kind of just have to come do it for yourself and just experience it. I promise you it'll make for a rewarding trip. Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh baby, there she is. There's the bridge. Teklanika Bridge. So close. A couple 100 yards maybe. We did it. We did it for forever. We in this for forever. Fucking with the greatest. Feet don't fail me now. I'm dead. Feet don't fail me now.